Hello. Hi, everyone. Let's get that logo off my screen. I'm not promoting anyone right now, and I wouldn't be anyway. Hi, I'm Timothy McSwain, and welcome back to Noctis. More development stuff today. I don't know, I just felt like getting online. I've actually felt like getting online for a while now, and haven't been because I don't think I mentioned it online, but I had my headset break recently. Tragic. It was actually really tragic because it was like a really nice headset. So, luckily, though, that old headset is still being sold, and since it's old, it is a lot cheaper now. So, I got another one for 20 bucks. Score. So, I'm back in the game today. I got my new headset yesterday, and because of that, and some other things, there's some things that we need to get worked out. So, I hope you will. What am I trying to say here? I hope you will work with me through that. So, let's see. Let's click back into the game to start off. First off, I am not only using a new mic, which is a different model, but it's the same thing, really. It's hard to explain. It's just a different color and has different words on it, but it's the same headset. Um, and I'm using OBS Studio, which is a huge improvement over the development version of OBS. I know they're still working on it. I think they're still working on it, but just recently I was trying to do something with OBS, and I had read an article. I was trying to. It was about the episode of Superstes Noctis, which is going live tomorrow by my current schedule, which is Monday, the 6th of February, 2017, and that is going live. I was having trouble because OBS records in. What am I looking for here? OBS records in FLV files for reasons that I didn't understand at first, but now I do. And get out of here. And so basically, I needed to convert it to MP4, and it wasn't really the easiest thing ever. And I found it. I don't know why Adobe Premiere doesn't support FLV files, but especially because I believe that's a Flash file, right? And Flash was Macromedia and Shockwave, and then Adobe. So Adobe should. I don't know. It's probably a legal thing, but anyway, that's not important. Basically, we are now back here on the Noctis server. I don't know why those llamas are outside the border. Maybe I put a spawner too close. They're inside there. I recently added them. I don't know if I did it during my last stream or not, but let me see. My mic volume is peaking higher than my game volume, so I would like them to be relatively even so you can still hear the game. Let's see. If I'm talking, I'm peaking about there. Well, I'm not peaking. That's good that it's not peaking, but um, yeah, I think that's good. Hi there, Mr. Llama. Um, so yeah, basically there are a bunch of spawners like under the trees and stuff in here in the biodome, and I added llamas because there were no llamas at the time we made the thing. So they're still getting stuck here. I need to figure that out and figure out how to fix this issue. If I hold one of these, you can see what the problem is here. There's two barrier blocks right there, and it's supposed to keep the animals from getting trapped and killed because they will get stuck there. I mean, let's see. If I remove them, what happens? I'm sure there's a reason why I did it this way, but yeah, because I believe they're not actually going under. I think maybe they just need to be up higher, like this. I can't put them. Well, can I put them on more? Oh, yeah, but it's going to adjust the water. And now the cows are just going to walk over it like this, which is not what I want, but whatever. This is not really all that important. I mean, when thinking about Noctis, there are some things that I'm not quite sure about, and one of those things is the whole spawn in general. Like, I mean, I could try to take some pointers from a successful server's spawn area, but the problem with that is that we want ours to be unique too, and it's kind of different. We want our basically. I know I've gone over this before, but probably way more times than I need to. What's that? Oh, I was gonna put a path there, wasn't I? I think that was me that did that. Let me do this so I'll remember. throw that, but okay. Basically, you see there's a world border right here. That world border is not going to be there when the server's up, obviously. But for right now, it's just to kind of remind us that we are working on spawn and not the entire server. Um, because out there is going to be, I believe we're going to make it survival. Now, I don't know if there'll be problems with that or not, but the idea is when you leave spawn, you go out there, you can do whatever you want. Well, not whatever, but you can do a lot of whatever you want out there. And so we're not really messing with that. Now, eventually we might build other communities out there. I'm not quite sure how we're going to do that because I was going to use MC Edit, but with these Bukkit plugins in here, if anyone knows how to make it work with Bukkit plugins and MC Edit, because whenever we open up MC Edit, I come back here and the villagers, which we're going to be using a lot of, are gone because they're not actually villagers, they're part of a Bukkit plugin. And I'd really like it if, even though they won't show up in MC Edit, which I don't expect them to, because like I said, they're a Bukkit plugin, I want these villagers to still be here when I load back up with Bukkit. Like, I want it to remember where they were standing. See here, this guy here, you can tell kind of just by, in general, the way things work here, that this is a custom villager. Obviously, you can do this with MC Edit, the custom trades, but this is a live thing. If you shift right-click on him as an administrator, members of the server won't be able to do this. You can see the same kind of thing where you in MC Edit, in the filter, you make a chest, first ingredient, second ingredient, and what you get from the trade. And that's how that works. And but you have to make a chest that's the villager. You can name the chest, but then you in MC Edit turn it into a villager, come back into the game, and it's permanent. You can't change it. So this is different, and I can like change the appearance of the shopkeeper and the way the name is written and stuff like that, or delete them completely. And I really like that we have. We're not collecting any of the things that are traded. Like, we're not, if someone gives him a bar of gold, we're not going to get that bar of gold. But we don't need it. I mean, it would be nice to maybe to keep track of that, but I don't really think we need to. It's simple. You bring your gold, you get some food. Easy. I don't know why are you jumping? You're not supposed to be able to move. Stop it. He's like not sure where he's standing or something. A little glitch. Miranda's doing something over here. And the server is up right now, so she could join, but I didn't tell anyone that I have the server up right now, really. So this is all her project. I'm not gonna mess with that. I just was pointing out that's what this is back here. I my feelings about this server. I am so conflicted about how I actually feel about this server right now, and the reason for that being that we've made so little progress since we've started with this thing. So let's just think about what I want to do with it. What we as a group want to do with it, and me specifically. I need to mess with this over here too eventually. I want to make it look like natural landscape around here. And that means that I'm going to need to make this look less like it's just like that's like the cheap, the cheap and simple way to do that. I can do it with World Edit, but World Edit's dangerous. So I would have to make continuous world backups in order to feel comfortable using World Edit. And this, I don't know what this is. Is there like something under here? Anyway, so yeah, there's more. Oh, that's a path though. Looks like Miranda wants to make a path of some sort, which is fine. If that was her thing out there too, that might be like, maybe that's where that's leading. I guess I just realized that. Oh, yes, she was talking about having more paths around here. She wants to put one there? I don't know. I don't want to undo any work that she's done, or anyone else for that matter. So, let's see. The problem I have right now with this spawn is that why are people going to come here? I think you have this whole server available to play on. You come here for the reason why we sometimes call this Noctis ASMP is because that's Assisted Survival Multiplayer. And our idea behind that is it's survival, it's regular SMP, survival multiplayer, but you can come here and there's some altered things here, and part of that too is when you're out in the world, you're in survival mode, and when you get in a certain border here, if you don't have permissions to be in creative, creative's kind of exempt. If you're in creative, you can be in creative outside and inside this border. But if you're in survival, it will change you to adventure mode when you get in here, so you can't break blocks or anything like that. And then when you leave, it goes back to survival. I don't like this bridge, by the way. We need to work on that. Again, I don't even know if that's implemented. I don't believe it is. Let me see here. So let me kind of explain what I mean by that. So let's say you're up here, and then we're gonna put stuff up here too, I think, eventually. And you go, you're in survival mode. So obviously in survival you can hit stuff and break it. Obviously I'm not gonna break that. I don't need to anyway. But and you see spawn down there, and the idea is we'll see. I guess we'll see right now. I don't think it'll change me into adventure mode specifically because I have the permissions to be excused from that. But it's like this is already a long path. Like it makes me really want to adjust the way we have this working. But anyway, you get down here and surprise, game mode adventure. There we go. So you should come down here and you still have like the hearts and the hunger and everything. But you notice like I can't. I can still open stuff and I could ride the horse or whatever, but I can't like even break this grass block because I'm in an adventure. I mean, I'm not. I know you guys probably know what adventure mode is, but that's just the basics of it. So you come in here in survival. It's like survival, but it's not. And I really wish this beacon, by the way, could cover the whole area without having multiple beacons, because I want everyone in this area to have this jump boost, speed, strength, resistance, and regeneration. Because this area is not mob-proof. There will be mobs walking through here. I mean, if I could turn it off, I might, but I don't think that's going to be how it works. So, let's say you come in here and you want to buy meat from Ron here. See, you can still access everything, but, like, I don't... can you actually hurt people in this? I know you can't these guys because they're special villagers, but my question, I guess, is can I like hurt something by punching? See, also you can't jump in here because of the barrier blocks, and because you're in adventure mode, you can't see that there's barrier blocks there. Hello there, exotic good master person. I don't know if I've gone over that either. I probably have gone over the exotic goods dealer, which is going to have a different name probably at the end anyway. But I'm going to see here. I believe in adventure mode, it's meant for like adventure maps. I believe you can still hurt things like this guy. Yeah, okay. Sorry, dude. Okay, so yeah. PvP's off though, so you won't have to worry about that. But like if I go summon zombie. Oh, right, he's gonna burn. Never mind. Okay, come on. 6-4. It's hard to do anything when I'm getting attacked by a zombie. Isn't it? See, yeah, still kill him. Still take damage. All that good stuff. Except that, but yeah, can't break stuff. I think that was pretty self-explanatory, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. The other mode, which I wasn't really thinking about, is also the newer mode, which is game mode spectator, which is not what you're going to be using here. But this is like, I don't know if we'll give spectator mode to anyone along the route. I might use this because, see, you're just an invisible head, and the only people that will be able to see this head here is other people who have permission to do so. And I think it's see friendly invisibles, game rule, see friendly. Friendly, see friendly. No, what was it? Friendly invisibles. Something about friendly invisibles. But anyway, so I believe that means that people on the same team will be able to see you. I believe. You'll notice that I can't do anything with my inventory here, but if I bring this up here, I can teleport to a team member admins or elite. I believe that's, oh yeah, because I'm part of 2 teams here. So you can say, okay, admins, but they're not online. But that's the idea. It's kind of like just designed for looking around, basically. So I might use this at some point to keep tabs on, like, or if someone's having trouble with something, instead of teleporting to them, I can use spectator mode. I don't know. But like I said, adventure mode is, I want to do this so you can see. Yeah, it's adventure, creative, spectator, and survival. So that's all the modes there are in the game. I thought there was one more, but I guess I'm just getting confused because spectator was added. So, there is no reason anyone is going to have creative mode on this server except for the admins. And the admins are only going to have it for building the server. That's the idea. I don't know exactly how to work out, but I do know that much. So, anyway, I need to actually work on something here. I need to figure out what I want to work on. For example, this aquarium. It fills up space at spawn. That's really all it does. Probably this thing later on down the road, if we have more ideas for buildings at spawn and whatever, after the server's already launched, we can move this somewhere else. I guess. I really don't know any more than that right now. Let me adjust my mixer a little bit. I think my mic might be a little bit high. Let's make it 80. Is that good, or am I too quiet now? I think that's probably good. Okay, so that comes to the next issue to talk about regarding Noctis, which is how are we going to pull this thing off? First of all, very few people have formally pledged support to the server. I just don't want to use pledge support because, you know, it's a free to play server thing here. The way that whole application process works is we're not here to judge you. We're not here to say, oh, you can play and you cannot. It's more like we want to have tabs on people who play. And tabs meaning we don't need your personal information. We need your name and email address for like mailing lists and stuff because we do want to be able to keep in touch with you. But the main objective through that is that we don't want like just anyone can play whenever they want kind of thing, because although that works for bigger servers, this is not going to be a big server. I want this to be a community. And because of that, I'm gonna have like a list of names and their corresponding Minecraft usernames in correspondence to this server. And because of that, that's why we have the applications. That's also because while we have measures taken in place, like there's a no TNT, or I guess that's not going to work, but just trust me, I guess. There's a no TNT plugin on this, and like a no swear plugin. There's no TNT on the bottom there of this help index. Help new TNT. Yeah, so I believe by that, although with permissions set, I probably can still place TNT. But the idea is that if you place a block of TNT, yeah, it's because I'm an admin. Unless it disappears when I put a torch on it, which I don't think it will, but it might. Nope. So yes, I can still do it, but yeah, there we go. I knew it was going to do something. There you go. So this way, it's not just because we do have explosions turned off, meaning that if a creeper blows up, let me show you that. Summon creeper. Okay, so now if we light this creeper, let's see, because since I'm creative, he doesn't care about me, but we'll light him off and then there. Hey, you count too, huh? Well, ain't that interesting? I have game rule mob griefing is false, so creepers can't do any damage and stuff like that. But looks like this guy is a bit glitched out. I think it's because I lit him. The thing wasn't taking that into account here. If I summon a creeper and go game mode adventure, this guy's gonna see me, right? Yeah, okay. I can see a problem here. That's not what I want. Make him despawn like you did with the TNT. That is really weird. Okay. Alright. Because, like on Superstes Noctis, if a creeper blows up, it won't damage blocks. It will pop off item frames, but it doesn't blow a hole in the ground because we decided it's not fun to have your build blown up. And that's what I wanted here. These villagers can't die, so I'm not worried about that. And if block removal's off, then that doesn't matter either. I want creepers to be able to blow up. So the fact that they can't kind of troubles me, and I'll bet you anything that is because of that no TNT mod. Which is kind of... I mean, it could be World Guard. Is it World Guard? Huh. Okay, TNT ignition is blocked. Lighters are blocked. Lava fire is blocked. And all fire spread is disabled. That's what this is doing, this here. If TNT ignition is blocked, then we don't need the no TNT plugin. Right? Let's see, World Guard. There is something about borders here. Let me actually look on my other screen and see. Let's open my Bukkit. I'm using Bukkit GUI, which is like a wrapper for the server thing there, and it also has different commands and stuff that I can do. So let's see. World Edit and World Guard. I do not believe that World Edit is protecting anything, although it might. World Guard might be what's doing that. Let's see. The absolute welcome, which is the name of the welcome thing that happens when you join the server, which I believe is up here. Yeah, this welcome Noctis to MC94. No TNT. Basic plugin to toggle whether players can place TNT. Can place. So yes, that's because I have permission to place it. That's why it was working. So I can remove no TNT because we have World Guard. Stop the server net? No, okay. Yeah, I have that figures. I have to wait. Permissions EX. Users and group permissions management plugin. Okay, I need to work on it with that too, but I believe that's different. I want to see here. I'm actually going to do something kind of weird here. I'm going to go... Actually, I don't want to de-op myself because there's a plugin that's also playing with that, and I don't know what it'll do when I do that. Gosh, dang it. Okay. Plugins. I mean, I could try to show you what I'm doing, but it's not going to show up over the screen. You'll see my mouse there, even though I'm dragging a window with my mouse. You can't see the window. I could... There we go. This is what I'm using. And these are the plugins that are on the server. I can't make it bigger, though. You can see, yeah, welcome's the AFK, the warp, the lightning, I swear, player point system. I really need to figure this out. The player points and player vaults, I don't really understand. Same as point shop. No, player vaults I do understand. Sorry. Point shop and player points. Shopkeepers is good. Simple rename, that's really small. It's just there for me to be able to do some stuff in the background, which I can show you too. It has to do with the exotic goods. And Vault, which is the permissions and economy API. The vaults are different than Vault. And then World Edit and World Guard. Alright, so... Actually, you guys have not been seeing this the entire time, have you? Gosh dang it. Cut. There we go. Now you can see it. That was a big fail on my part. I'm sorry. Yeah. Welcome message when you join the server. I'm just going to go through it really quick. AFK messages, which I can show you here, /AFK. It says Timothy94 is now AFK. And when I move again, it's going to say I'm no longer AFK. No TNT, which is the one I think I'm going to remove. The chair stairs, which is awesome. I will show you that too. Click warp, which is the the warping inventory thingamajigger. Lightning, which I'll also show you, that's just also for fun, but also because I like to strike Angie with lightning. The no swear, the permissions EX, player points, which I don't remember exactly how that works. Point shop, kind of know how it works, but I don't know if I'm going to keep it. Player vaults, which I'll show you. Vault, which is the permissions economy that manages these player points in point shop. Shopkeepers, which is what is the custom shopkeepers we have in here. Simple rename, which lets me change the names for the exotic goods and whatever. And world edit to do what world edit does, kind of crazy stuff. And world guard to prevent people, which is the reason I don't need no TNT is world guard. Yeah, so let's put that back on my other screen and switch back to my Minecraft client from the full screen capture because I don't like being on full screen capture. Okay, so that's that. The chair stairs, by the way, I need to show you this because it's really cool. There you go. Tim74 is no longer AFK. I think that's set for 1 minute. I'm not sure, though. Let's say you want to wait for your friends. Right click. It also throws an arrow down, which is a little bit weird, but it's because it's teleporting me to the arrow. But, yeah. So it lets you sit down on the stairs and wait for your friends wherever you may be. It's made for, like, chairs and stuff, but to use... chair stairs. It's turning stairs into chairs so you can sit in them. Basically. Makes sense, right? Don't need to explain that much. And then you can shift to get up out of it like you would out of off of a horse or something. The bank here I was originally using with our old economy, but I want to change it. There's deposits, transfers, and withdrawals. I don't think they currently do anything. No, they don't. One of them was the transfers was exchanging between emeralds and gold because gold is what's used by the shopkeepers here. But I think something should be changed there. What I really would like is if someone could use points to buy stuff from the villagers, but I honestly don't think anything like that exists. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, now that since I have the texture pack on, the Superstes Noctis texture pack, resource pack, whatever, you can't see the chest back there, so it kind of makes it pointless to have this all set up the way it is. That's disappointing. Can you see it through the side here? I don't remember. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Thank you, Windows. Yeah, see this chest back here. I can't walk back here though because there's even though nobody could get back here anyway, there's barrier blocks there. And see, there's nothing in the chest. Well, you can't open the top one. You can open this one. There's nothing in there. It's just kind of like a vault kind of thing. And as you can see, that's where how the villagers get back here. That's the doors that were behind them. I don't know exactly how I feel about this building here, but it might look better if I modify the texture for the iron block in the texture pack, the resource pack. But yeah, I don't know. As for the server as a whole, there is all this blank space in here, and it needs to be taken care of. And that's why I wish we could do more work on the server too, because I don't play as much. I should reword that. I don't build as much here at spawn. I don't really know exactly what I'm doing. I've been working on Bukkit plugins. I've been working on the just like the community for the server and all this other stuff. And so the other two admins, Angie and Miranda, I think they are the ones that should be doing most of the building here. I'm not going to make them do anything, obviously. This is a server that we're all working on because we want to. But it would be preferable, to me at least, if they could help with that. It's just muted. Did that not do anything? I think it's locked at, yeah, the server's locked at 10 chunks? I should check. But I know that because I know if it's 10 chunks and I set it to 9, it should give me a nice fog effect at the edge. Yeah, there you go. I mean, that fog's a little weird the way it works, but it's also because it's not meant for people who are flying around like this. It's meant for people that are down on the ground, in which case the fog looks nice, see? But anyway, neither here nor there. So I'm going to leave this area alone because that's for Miranda. I'm not going to work more on these today, although I could make my office. But I don't really need to. Did I put that in the warp? In warp. I wish there was a different command for that. I wish I could just type /warp, but offices right here. So, maybe I'll make that a piece of paper instead of that. I don't know. But anyway, these guys don't do anything yet. I totally forgot about that. Okay, yeah, I named this guy receptionist, and here's yeah, the corner weirdo. I was gonna name them all receptionists, but I decided not to. I have the scheduler and the receptionist, and then I'm like, who's this guy? What's he's gonna do? And I'm like, well, he's useless. I have a history of naming things useless. Back on the MC Craft server, I named a horse Useless Reject, and Miranda loved it, even though I wanted to just throw it out because it couldn't jump. It was really slow, and it was, when I say couldn't jump, it couldn't jump high. It could, obviously it could jump, but like I think it jumped as high as a player, and that was it. So I named it Useless Reject, and she took on. There's a whole story about that, but here's Corner Weirdo, who is useless. Corner weirdo. You know, you need to make something. You just need to have something that actually makes you a corner weirdo. Um, so you want rotten flesh because you like weird stuff, and in return you will give people what? What do you give people? Seeds. How would that? Is that a good trade? Okay. People, you want people to give you rotten flesh, and you will give them seeds. There you go. Perfect. Now you're really a corner weirdo. And worthless. You have this awesome trade where someone can you'll give people a diamond, but you know you have to give him a diamond to get a diamond. So yeah, it's kind of useless. I can actually spice that up a little bit. It's like this is the kind of stuff that I love doing. Just community on the server and um, just you know like just that for the heck of it. It's like why you don't need that, but just liven things up a bit. Obviously, that's a really weird example, but um, there. This way, at least someone might actually do the trade if for some reason they would rather have an item called useless gem. So there you go. You can trade a diamond for a useless gem. Um, or I could make it like a piece of light blue dye called diamond. The things that go through my head. Okay. So what else are we gonna do here at spawn? Um, something that I didn't think about. Oh, oh. Ignore that. It did not happen. Okay. Is we need a farm. Super simple. The server needs a farm. And where should that farm go? What about like right at the entrance here? Like why not? You come down here and yeah, I don't know. And people might kind of cut through it if it's on the corner. So let's put a fence around it. Nice and simple. Let's do... What would look best here? Let's do a jungle fence. And let's put it back like that. I wish you could place at the right speed when you're running because it would make this a lot easier. And I might leave it to Miranda or Angie if she wants. Just someone to make like a building that connects to this area, like you can go through it or something. Like I don't think I would charge anyone for this. It's like you come here, you pick up some crops, nice and simple. But you'll be in adventure mode. There you go, Tim. Nice to go in there. I just realized that just now. I mean, we can modify the zone so that you can break stuff in here, but I don't want people breaking the soil either, so. Yeah, so there you go, Tim. Nice work. This is why I need a team of admins, not just me. I can do the technical part, but using my brain like that, yeah, that's a different story. I'm still building this, though, because we need something for this space. It's the kind of thing that could be torn down if it needs to be, if someone has a better idea for what's going to go in this area. And I'm sure Miranda could make like a horse pasture or something, too, because I know she likes that kind of stuff. I do, too. I just haven't really gotten into it that much in Minecraft. The whole horse breeding and whatever. Like, it's still fun. I don't know. Come back here. Is that weird? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I don't know exactly what I want to do here. I should probably count stuff out before I just go with it here. But let's give them a 2 block and 2 block like that. So you need a hoe. The one time in life when you need a hoe. And like, why am I doing that? I should just use the hoe. But anyway, my point is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, water. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, water. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, water. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, end. Yeah. And then we'll do 2 for this, and then we can put the fence right here. Tim, stop it. I know I should be using wood edit, but you know, I'm perfectly fine just doing this. I mean, obviously not, but I mean, what's the alternative? The alternative is coming over here, and let's see, is this even faster? You know, it's clicking on here, going fill, grabbing that, and lining it up. Like that, and then saying, okay, what's this? This is no, oh, it's actually jungle fence. Okay, there we go. I thought it was gonna be like fence and then a damage value, but whatever. Okay, so this is our farm then. Okay, we'll put water in there. I don't know, do I want it to be dirt on the bottom, or do I want to put something else in there? Let's actually do, so this is where the fill command comes in handy. Fill, blah, 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 blah. Oop, that was my elytra there, which I don't know why I'm wearing because I'm in creative, but whatever. what? And then they, like, the naming system of this is a little weird. Yeah, see, coarse dirt is dirt 1. Why? I don't get why they couldn't do the same thing for the different fences, but whatever. Okay, so over here then, what's the value here that's changing? Looking at, okay, right, the first one, it's at the x coordinate. So all we have to do now is go from 39 to 30, from 39 to 30, and yep, got the right row. Okay, and this one for the x coordinate is 21. So then we can go change 30 to 21, 30 to 21, bam, okay. Now that's done, we can go in here and grab water. Wait, Tim, use your brain. 1 block higher, 63, and change it from dirt 1 to water. Brilliant! Okay. And then this one, which is the 30. So we'll go back to 30. Okay. And this one was what on the X again? I'm just going to check because I don't remember. 39. Yeah, that makes sense. Because I'm going by 8 every time. So, you know, I should just know by that. But, okay, there we go. So now, the next part is also going to be a lot easier than just filling those in. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's just fill in 1 right there. And then we can go fill boop, da boop, da boop. Go to the other side. And yes, I know normally this should replace the water that we just placed. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I just go like this, like that, it's going to replace the water as well. So what we do is replace grass. Oh, right. Yeah. I got you. But you have to put the state first. There you go. So it's then just going to replace whatever's listed there. Why is this moving so fast? Is it just because there's a lot of it? Or is my tick rate set up higher than normal? That's a good question. Look at there's something about my view because I'm sped up and whatever. If I go just so that fence is just out of view, doesn't it look like a lot more than 2 blocks before the start? Like in here, it makes it look like a lot more than 2 blocks. And that's because of the speed too. Okay, so we've got the crops in here. Now we have to decide what to plant. I think it's 4 different types to plant, right? Which makes it super easy. I didn't even plan it that way. Except for they're not 4 even there. It's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different areas. If you look at it there, because these areas here are 2 different types of crops back to back. Which, come to think of it, yeah, nice work, Tim. So we'll fix this together. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, water. 1, 2, 3, 4. That. 1, 2, 3, 4, and water. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the gap fence. So see, that's why fill commands are also helpful, because if you have to, I mean, I could just fill it with air to get this to go away, but that works just fine for me. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing in return, in the opposite direction. For this part, I'm just going to go ahead and place fences, because I know it's not as efficient. Oh, come on, though. Really? Really? The frustration will ensue. It already is. Okay. Okay. So now that we have that set, we just need to fix this, which is not going to be too difficult. So, okay. Block, block, do for water. And I can fill it in with water. Again, I'm not too worried about that. I just want to start with that. Oh, is it? Does it not do that in creative? No, it's good, or it's world edit. Ah, that's cool. I just realized that. Okay. Fill, blop, de blop, de blop. And we'll go and over. Grass. There we go. Oh, but. It's because the farmland was an eighth of a block lower. All right. Now for this part. Ta-da! Okay. So now we can go. That's where the water's going to go. So now we can go through here and do this. I could use a fill command, but I'm not going to this time. Actually, I probably should, shouldn't I? Because we're going to have a bunch of coarse dirt under the ground now. It really doesn't matter. But if you know me, which I know a lot of you don't, but if you know me, it's going to bother me. So. And then change 62 to 63, 62 to 63, and we will place water above it. Okay, here we go. No, that is coarse dirt, Tim. Well, you know, with all the survival that we have to do over on Superstes Noctis, I'm actually okay with, you know, doing as much creative here as we can. I'll go like this. Okay. Like that, and yes, I know we can't see it, but it's still going to switch it to coarse dirt, even the ones that are underneath here. So then we can go change this back to 6.3, this back to 6.3, and water. Okay. Why is this not? Okay. Okay, and now we can go fill that. With farmland 0, and I'm going to replace dirt. So, just so you can see which ones those were. I'm also now going to go fill boop to boop to boop, because this was not dirt, it was grass. There we go. Alright, now we have our farm. Is it the prettiest thing ever? No, but it'll work. I wish you could hide the water underneath the farm, but whatever. Okay, slash fill, boop, boop, but not 62, it will go 64, and boop, okay, and over here. This is right above the water, by the way. Here's the coordinate that I'm using. Is lily pad not an option? Or was a water lily? Big fans of Van Gogh here. Or was it Van Gogh? Monet. Sorry. Not Van Gogh. Monet. Embarrassing, but I fixed myself. Okay. Now, is that the best option? Maybe not. Some people use wood in the middle there, and I usually do too. Especially in survival when you can't find a bunch of lily pads. But I think that will work just fine. I'm going to start calling them water lilies. Okay. Okay. Why are you untilling? So you're supposed to go 4 blocks from the water. You can do it. I believe in you. Okay. So there's our farm. I know it's not pretty, but it will get better. We can do things to it to make it look better. So I'm not too worried about that. So now you can see clearly, even clearer, that there are 6 different sections here, not 4. So let's see. That would be wheat, potatoes, carrots, beetroot. That's 4. What are the other 2? Not pumpkins and melons because they take 2 blocks. The one for the stalk and one for the actual thing. One thing you could do is you could make this end row right here, pumpkins or melons, and they would go over here. Problem, you could put like string here to stop that, but it would also put them here, and if there were no crops already there, so that would be troublesome. And my ears keep booping over here. Okay. Look good? Yeah? Okay. One thing I could do is double the most common crops. Meaning wheat and, nothing else. I could make 2 sections of wheat, and then there'd still be 1 section left to fill. Let's actually put this in my inventory so I'll know exactly what I'm doing here. So we're going to plant wheat and carrots and potatoes. And where are the seeds? Aren't here. Where are the beetroot seeds? They're there. Excuse me. Sorry. And what else? 2 more crops, and there aren't 2 more crops. I mean, there are right here, pumpkins and melons, but I already mentioned them. I mean, sugar cane, but they have to be right next to water, so we'd have to modify that a lot. Cactus, but they have to have blank spots in between them. They don't need water, and they don't need, and they can only grow on sand. So, I think the answer then. Well, let's start with the basics here. Okay. Okay, wheat. Now, where do we do? Do we put the other wheat on the other side, or do we put it on the other side of the water? More efficient farming is to put different crops next to different themselves, not in a non-adjacent matter. But I mean, I don't know. That might actually be a cool look. Thinking about, excuse me, Oh, I refilled my water and I haven't drank any yet. That's why I'm coughing. Okay. So, if we... Think. Should wheat go here? Or should wheat go there? I mean, this middle section is easy. We will go... Well, what's first? Potatoes or carrots? Again, it's overthinking everything, so... Minecraft, carrots. Keep overshooting my target. Okay. Okay, Tim, you're actually supposed to record the number over here where the carrots are. It's nice that I can land right on these crops and not have to worry about breaking them. That world edit's kind of cool. World guard, I should say. Okay, carrots. Right, and that's potatoes. That is really intuitive. Okay. And potatoes. Holy! That's what happens when you don't pay attention to what you're doing. Okay. Why did I grab 63? I was looking at... Okay. 63. That's what happened, is I planted 2 rows of potatoes instead. I mean, 2 vertically. Got it. Okay, so the potatoes need to be not at 63, but at 64. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. There must not have been any planted there, and that's what happened. Okay, so we have those crops in the middle, and that means this one here will be beetroot. Should I put wheat on the outsides and beetroot on the insides here? Extra beetroot, because beetroot is newer and it's awesome. I'll try to put 2 areas of wheat here. Let's be interesting, okay? Let's make it at least a little bit more interesting. And I know I don't really need to keep flying around because I can just keep track of the number. I did it again! And you guys might have seen it right before I did it. Okay, let's do this right this time. Ready? Fill, okay, 64. And place down the wheat before you grab the number. Okay. There we go. There's our crops right there. I don't know why I changed that right now. I'm looking for the tick rate. So game rule. There's a lot of them. Do fire tick. Random tick speed. That's what I'm looking for. Game rule. Random tick speed. Random tick speed is 3. Let's do 10. Or you can do 100. Grow, 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 grow. Grow, 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 grow. I think you can do up to, what, is it 128 or 256? Or can you go like up to 1,000? That'll do it. Except for the random crops in there that are not anywhere near close to growing. Well, now they are. But there are a couple in there that really weren't doing anything. Come on, finish up. You can do it. I believe in you. Okay, so looking at this now, would it look, are they nice in rows like that? Or would it look better if they, like, because there's 4 away from the water on each side, right? 4 rows here. So we could make it wheat, potatoes, carrots, beetroot on every single one of them. But it would look a lot messier, so I don't know. Now this command is important, okay? To say the least. If I mess this up, I'm going to undo everything we just did. Okay. Dirt 1 replace grass. Did it right. There we go. Okay, so... Or should I put, like, path blocks there? Let's try that. I know. 0. Obviously, those are not going to work underneath the stitches there. But, what do you think about that? Okay, so what if we do... turn it back into grass, and then... well, we'll go back to what we just did there. Grass path replace grass. Pointless, right? But that's not exactly what we're doing here. So I'm going to take it from 51 down to 50. And from 318 to 317. Do the same thing over here. 13. No. Tim. Just do it the right way, okay? Just measure again. Okay? I don't want to mess this up, so we're going to do it this way. From that block, okay, to that one. And it's going to be grass underscore path 0 replace grass. Okay? I like the way that looks, I do. Because it looks a lot like dirt on the sides there, but it's also darker on the outside, which is kind of cool. So next will be, the grass is going to refill underneath the, wait, this is still coarse, no, it's not coarse dirt, it's regular dirt. And I mean, I could just do this around the whole thing to speed it up, but it's fine, so. Another way to do that is to go to random tick speed, 1000, and let it all fill back in. I like that. I think I do. I don't, it's maybe something that requires a certain taste, but think of it like, so here's the idea. It's kind of weird because it's a community farm, but is it really? Because you can't actually harvest anything. So it's I don't know. Take your pick, I guess. Maybe if we turn mob griefing back, no, 'cause, I'm gonna go back to world guard settings here. World guard. Let's reload it again. I want to look at the sections here. We have Noctis, Noctis, Nether, Noctis, the end. You should be able to build with wood, like in the lava, with those settings. So I don't know if I really like that, but we'll keep it for now, I guess. That's fine, I think. So the idea is that I could set villagers loose in here to do the farming. It would require farmer villagers. I mean, I think they all do it, but they also I would have to turn off mob griefing. I would turn on mob griefing, and that's why I checked world guard, because world guard is going would need to take over for that in mob griefing. I would want world guard to keep the creepers from blowing up, which they are, but also the endermen from picking up blocks. And I think world guard will protect against that. I don't really want to risk it, is the problem, because endermen can cause some serious problems if they can move blocks around, which is, I think is stupid. I think Minecraft needs to have a mode to turn off hostile mob griefing, because passive mobs, it's okay if they grief stuff. For example, sheep can eat grass. If they eat the grass, it turns into dirt, and then random tick speed determines when it turns back into grass. The point there is that the sheep are griefing the terrain. They're changing the block from grass into dirt, and if there's like one block of grass there, they could get rid of it, and then you'd have to go use silk touch to find grass somewhere else, or lead a grass trail using a trail of dirt, which is not fun. So, with all that in mind, yeah, I don't even know. Um, have to, yeah. My idea is if they allow that, they should allow villagers with the mob griefing rule set to false. They should still allow villagers to modify the terrain, meaning to pick up bread that you throw at their feet so they can breathe easier, and so you can so they can pick up and plant. They can pick up plants and plant down the seeds. I get why people might want that off, but I feel like they should put that under a different category than the same category as creepers blowing up terrain. You know, it's kind of weird to have that on the same things for me. I just glanced over at my other monitor. I've been live streaming for an hour and 19 minutes and 42 seconds. And in that time period, I've dropped 430 frames. So it sounds like I'm kind of pushing my recording software over my bandwidth over the edge. But I don't think it's that bad. If I've dropped 0.3% of my frames, this is what it's saying right there. I should have told you. If you don't know OBS, you wouldn't know that it says the percentage of frames that I've dropped. You would just know, hey, I've dropped 430 frames in that amount of time, and boom, in my head, math, figured out really quick, hey, that's 0.3%. But I blew it. I told you, it says dropped frames, 430. 438, and then in parentheses, 0.3%. So I blew that. Anyway. Okay, so we've made progress. And F1, F2, F1. Take a screenshot of that. Maybe that'll be my stream image. I don't know. The next issue that I was going to address is the fact that you can jump over this fence because of the beacon here, which means you don't really need a fence at all there. So cool that you can do that because of World Edit. So I'm thinking maybe put a barrier block above it like we did over here, so that even with jump boost you can't get in here, because I think, is there one layer or two? It's just one, but you need to be able to jump 3 blocks to get in there, which someone could do if they brought a horse with them. So maybe we need to adjust that too. I don't know. Now, if you consider the fact that the inventory of warps here has spawn, which is right here, which is really close to where we just were, and it has, well, the nether is going to take you into the nether, not to the portal to the nether. It's actually going to teleport you to the next dimension in there. And well, we have the bridge. Well, this is the top of the bridge, but yeah. Let's why not? Let's make a warp for the farm here. What is it? Add lore? What is that? Oh, okay, there's settings you can do here. Interesting. Hmm. That's the rename plugin, which is actually pretty cool. But what I want to do here is I want to add a new warp. /help warp. How about /help? The problem is you have to go through all these different pages here to find what you want. And a lot of it is World Edit commands. Let's go to the end here. I'm just looking for... There's warp, but... Unstuck is a nice command too. Okay. I don't think I've ever messed with that before. Is that really a Mojang provided command? Help 20. Help 19. Really, I just want to figure out how to place a new warp. Because I forgot what the command was. There's inv warp. That's true. I forgot that you could also set prices for people to warp, which might be something we do, but I don't think we really want to at this time. At least what we're currently thinking. What's slash descend? Okay, I gotta try this now. Whoa, dude! That is so cool! It just picks the block beneath you and teleports you to it. That is amazing. I love that. Okay. That is really, actually really cool. Okay. I want to set warp here. Set... Is that what it is? Set warp? I can't believe I just did that without even realizing it. Set warp. What item? A hoe. Set warp. Farm. Iron hoe. Oh, that's right. I knew that. It doesn't take the new naming system. 292. 292. Ugh. Warp farm. Inf warp. Here we go. Now there's another new one. Since there's only 2 rows anyway because I already added that offices one. Might as well add some more. There's the farm one, which will teleport you right here. You have teleported to warp farm. If I do that again, by the way, is it going to make me phase my feet? That's not what I wanted. Hey, cool. Okay. So you can just edit it that way. That's useful. Okay. It didn't make 2, did it? No, it didn't. Okay. So that's the thing about these warps. You can say, you can just click on it from inv-warp, and I think every player can do that. I want every player to be able to do that. You can also type /warp offices or whatever there, and it will automatically take you wherever you're going. Why am I looking down? Because I was looking down and made it, wasn't I? That is not at all what I wanted. Okay, so inv-warp offices stained _ glass _ pane. What I actually want to do, I think, is make it a piece of paper. 339. So let's go set warp offices 39. Was it 393? Probably not. Yeah, a baked potato. 339, Tim. My gosh. Oh my gosh. A baked potato. Lovely. Okay, I like that better, I think. Oh, okay. So I agree with what Miranda said that we need more roads in here, but the thing is, I don't know if we just want to place them in a random place. You know, we want to like if we have a road there, like she suggested, Then this is a pretty small area for a shop on both sides. So I don't know. I'll think of something. Plus, this area right here is probably just going to be for the Coliseum. And I think that we should, forest this entire area. But I don't know what we would do in terms of that all. So, what's down there? Is that a horse? It is. Come here. Whoa, this horse has a lot of hearts. And it's really fast. Oh, this is the custom one that we made. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. I forget where this horse went. Isn't there a... Oh, blah, blah. This is the zombie side, which means it's on the other team. Or horse. Alright. Something also broke. I don't know if it's because of... because we added this right here. Unable to summon object. I don't know if it broke because of the update to 1.11 or more likely it broke because of Bukkit. But it's a command to summon in the mascot of this place, which is Kevin Bacon, the pig zombie. The zombie pig man who's holding a blaze rod named Kevin Bacon. Can I summon him myself? Let's actually type that in. Unable to summon an object. So yeah, there's something wrong in the syntax here. It worked at one point. I can guarantee you that this command worked at one point. Did they change the ability for him to be able to carry... an item? So is it this? Yeah, unable to summon an object, which makes me think that it's not a problem with the command, because it says when there's a problem with the command, data tag parsing failed. So the unable to summon, I believe, has something to do with that's so cool, with world edit or something like that. So let's try something here. If we go over into this area right here where I'm standing, and we type /pumpkins, but I put some on the path, which I'm not happy about, but I think it's kind of cool actually. The question is, do we want pumpkin patches over here by the Coliseum? I mean, like, maybe at a certain point during the year, but for right now, it's like, maybe not. So what do we put here? That's the next question. I think it needs to be some kind of decorative thing of some sort. For one, I do want to block off the area because there's this. This is the gateway down to actually modify the area, the blah, 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 the maintenance hatch. I'll just call it that. I can show you down there. Why not? I just don't want people going down there and doing whatever, but I can show you what it looks like down here. Corridor lights, which is for the main corridor when you walk in there, and or you can go into here to the lighting system maintenance, which when you flick that switch, see, it comes down here, and these are all the lights that you can see down below. When you see it cuts off here, these aren't actually connected. That's because it goes around in a circle. I can actually show you that. It's pretty cool. See? Because there's a repeater between every light, it's designed to look like that. It'll come around here in a second. Do, 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 do. Here it comes. How cool is that? Like, it goes around the entire thing. This light's coming through because these are stairs. I believe that's the reason anyway. Because these are the stairs of the Colosseum. So that's what's underneath here, in case you were wondering. I love that. What was the point of this right here? I don't know. Anyway. There's another area, in case you didn't see it. You can kind of see down there where it is. But you can't actually walk down there. That's why I added that other hatch, because there is another area you can go in here. Whoa. I keep finding new areas here. What's this? This is probably part of the portal thing that was here at one point. But anyway, so that's the lighting system, and then you can see why we don't want people in there. But then this keeps going down here. Can you actually go up this whole thing? I think no, yeah, you have to. Oh, I flew down the stairs. That was weird. Okay, yeah, this actually got blocked off. Did I fill in this area? Is that what happened? I did. That's kind of disappointing. I mean, it makes sense because mobs are spawning under here like crazy. But, I mean, it's still disappointing. Why is it so bright down here? Yeah, why is it so bright right here? Dude, why is it so bright right here? That's so weird. We're going to go back to here where you could see under there, and I'm going to do this. You can see there's the stairs. That's why the dirt's here, because we placed it. You can see this is what it looks like. Yes, I did fill this in down here, didn't I? As you can see, there's a lot more that still has not been filled in. But I think the reason that they're not spawning down here is because mob spawning may be turned off. Here's some ravines and stuff in here. Interesting. I was just trying to reduce mob spawns. Obviously, they're still going to be spawning in here because there's still this huge area in here. The idea then would be to fill this all in, but I'm not going to do that because it will take forever. But we can do like something like